As this fence is so effective to Israel, and really this fence saved the life of so many Israelis, because from 2000 till 2006, the end of 2006, we had in Israel more than 4,000 terror attacks. We lost in these terror attacks 1,562 people. And from January 2007 till today, we had only 33 terror attacks from the West Bank, and we lost 21 people that were murdered from these terror attacks. But as this fence is so effective to Israel, it made a lot of troubles to the Palestinians that lives on the ground. Because before the fence was built, it was so easy to cross wherever you want, whenever you want. Now you have to have the right documents, you have to go to the checkpoints, you have to leave your car in the other side. You have to come back to the West Bank at evening time. And I tried as I can to minimize that damage. Like, I took money from the budget of the fence and let it to private Palestinian clinics that they can give the day-to-day medical service in their side. I tried to construct as many checkpoints as I can. I try to bring the best equipment to these checkpoints that it will be as smooth as possible. I try to train the soldiers to be polite to the Palestinians. You know, it's not easy thing to train 18 years old soldiers to be polite to Palestinians. And I even took money from the budget of the fence and let it to 300 school buses. They take children all day long from one side to the other side. I tried to work only on public lands, but when we had to enter Palestinian private lands, we offered them, we tried to negotiate with the people on the ground, and I offered them compensation. Once for the damage that we are doing to the lands, and annual payment for the use of these lands. We are not taking the ownership of the land from the people that owns it. We are just using their land by force. So we offer them compensation.
How much was that compensation? How much was it?
In every area, it depends. If you have olive trees in that area, we know how much you can get from your olive trees, and that's the money. So there are experts that know how to give.
So they get a yearly compensation? Or?
Yeah, yearly, because we are not taking the ownership. Every year they get the money. I have to be honest with you, most of these farmers didn't come to take the compensation because they were afraid from the Palestinian Authority that they will say that they are cooperating with the occupation. And therefore we spare this money in a special account in the bank, that if someone will come someday and ask, where's my money? We cannot say, oh, today there is no budget for it. It's there and it's kept for him. But the biggest problem was that in some places there were Palestinian villages that were built on the top of the mountain, and they had agricultural lands down the valleys. And when we construct the fence, we cut the way of these farmers to their lands. Of course, we didn't want to take their lands. So I thought that the best solution would be to construct as many agricultural gates as I can. Every agricultural gate have to be open for half an hour in the morning, half an hour at noontime, half an hour at evening time, and people have to come at the right time to cross the gates, go to cultivate their lands and come back. It didn't work. It didn't work because the Palestinians didn't cooperate with us, and they didn't come at the right time. And really we didn't come at the right time, because if the patrol has some problem in his way, you run to solve the problem, not to open a gate. So after 3 years that we got a lot of complaints about the system, I changed the system. Today there are less gates, only one gate for each village. But this gate is open from morning time till evening time. So if you have lands in the Israeli side, you can cross with your tractor, with your equipment, with your workers, of course after security check, cultivate your lands and come back, and we don't get any complaints about this system anymore.